Most people think that poor posture simply makes them look older. Rounded shoulders, forward head position, a stiff spine, difficulty standing upright. What if I told you the real problem isn't cosmetic at all? But what if poor posture and structural breakdown are actually changing the way your nervous system functions? Because once your nervous system begins adapting to abnormal structure, everything changes. Balance changes, breathing changes, movement changes, recovery changes, even the way you age can begin to change. Today, I want to talk to you about one of the most overlooked aspects of longevity and healthy aging: the relationship between posture, structure, and neurology. Hi, I'm Dr. William Pierce. I'm a chiropractor. I'm also a board-certified non-surgical orthopedist. I'm a sports injury specialist, a peptide researcher, and co-founder of purplepeptides.net. For over 42 years, I've had the privilege of caring for more than 30,000 patients and performing over 300,000 one-on-one patient visits. And one thing I've observed repetitively during this time is that many people age structurally and neurologically long before they age chronologically. And in this third installment of our Posture and Longevity series, I want to explain why the nervous system may be one of the most important missing links in healthy aging. Your nervous system is the master system of the body. Every movement, every muscle contraction, every breath, every balance correction, every sensation, all of it is coordinated through the brain and the nervous system. But here's what many people never realize. The brain only knows what the body tells it. Your muscles, joints, ligaments, tendons, and spine are constantly sending information into the nervous system, millions of bits every single second. And that information tells the brain where your body is in space, how balanced you are, how stable you are, how efficiently you move, whether you're safe or under stress. Now think about what happens when posture begins collapsing over years or decades. Forward head posture, rounded shoulders, degeneration, muscle imbalance, restricted spinal motion, pelvic instability, poor walking mechanics. Over time, the brain begins receiving abnormal information from the body, and eventually the nervous system adapts to those abnormal patterns. One of the first neurological changes we commonly see involves balance and coordination. The neck contains literally thousands of neurological receptors that help the brain determine head position, posture, and movement. And when the cervical spine loses proper alignment and motion, those signals become altered. The result? Many people begin experiencing reduced balance, instability, altered gait patterns, slower reaction times, increased fall risk, and as we age, falls become one of the greatest threats to independence and longevity. Many older adults simply don't become clumsy. Their nervous system is often operating from distorted structural inputs. Another major neurological consideration is muscle recruitment. The nervous system determines which muscles activate and which muscles become inhibited. With poor posture and structural imbalance, certain muscle groups often become chronologically overactive, while others completely shut down. We commonly see weak glutes, inhibited core muscles, tight neck muscles, overworked shoulders, unstable hips, stressed knees. The body begins compensating instead of functioning efficiently. And compensation may work for years until pain, fatigue, stiffness, and even injury finally appear. Another overlooked consequence of poor posture is breathing dysfunction. Forward head posture and thoracic collapse can reduce rib mobility and diaphragm efficiency. Many people begin breathing shallowly without even realizing it. And shallow breathing may contribute to increased stress signaling, elevated sympathetic tone, fatigue, tension, anxiety, poor recovery, disrupted sleep. This becomes important because the nervous system is constantly asking one question and one question alone. Am I safe or am I under threat? A tense, collapsed, painful body often reinforces chronic stress patterns within the nervous system. Over time, abnormal movement and chronic structural stress may also sensitize the nervous system in simple terms. The body becomes more reactive and more protective. This can contribute to chronic pain, muscle guarding, hypersensitivity, stiffness, fear of motion. And sadly, many people begin moving less because movement no longer feels safe or comfortable. That becomes one of the great downward spirals of aging, because when people stop moving, muscles weaken, joints stiffen, balance worsens, inflammation increases, confidence decreases, and the aging process often accelerates. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you recall that we talked about a table of health. I believe structural integrity and neurological balance are one of the 4 essential legs of that table of health, because your nervous system basically influences how you move, how you breathe, how you sleep, how you recover, how confidently you interact with the world. Your nervous system does not function independently from the rest of the body. Everything is connected. If we truly want longevity, we cannot simply focus on supplements or blood work while ignoring structural and neurological foundations carrying us throughout life every single day. Now, here's the encouraging part. The nervous system is adaptable. Human beings are remarkably resilient. Movement matters. Walking matters. Strength training matters. Mobility matters. Postural correction matters. Breathing matters. Sleep matters. The body constantly responds to the information we give it. And in many cases, improving structure and movement patterns may really help you improve neurologically. Efficiency, confidence, balance, coordination, overall quality of life can get better. You see, longevity is not merely about living longer. It's about maintaining the neurological capacity to continue living well, to move confidently, to breathe deeply, to balance efficiently, to recover properly, to remain independent. And that journey does not begin with chasing symptoms. It begins with restoring the foundation of how the human body was designed to function. Work on that. I'm Dr. Bill Pierce. I'm hopeful that you've learned something from these videos to date. I'm honored you take the time to watch, and I look forward to sending you my next edition within the next week. Have a great day.